I'm Debbie Edgell, Regional Business Manager for ECL Services across North Essex. We operate a reablement service, which is an ethos of supporting individuals to do as much for themselves as they can, following a hospital stay or a fall or a breakdown in care or relationship at home, to support individuals to be able to regain their skills to look after themselves as much as they can.
The adverse effects of spending a significant amount of time in bed, as we know, is quite detrimental on our functional ability. So therefore, having the team to support us, enable our patients more so, will hopefully help improve their outcomes when they get discharged home.
We completed a 6-month pilot with ESNEFT at their Colchester Hospital site, where we brought the reablement ethos into the wards. We were enabling people with our reablement workers to get up and out of bed, to get dressed, to sit in the chair rather than remain in bed, have their meals whilst they were sat up, to actually walk up and down the wards and enable the people to think about, I've got to do this for myself when I get home, encouraging the thoughts of going home and how I'm going to cope. This programme was a success. Within the first 3 months, we saw massive improvements of people being up and out of bed and enabling individuals to be going home more independently with less reliance on the social care system. We have reduced the length of stay in that first 3 months by 3 days, which was a 42% improvement compared to before we started the programme.
They're working closely alongside our healthcare assistants, our nurses and our therapy teams to help enable patients from early in the morning throughout the whole day.
The first few months' success enabled conversations for us to look for a second ward within the Colchester ESNEFT site. So we are now on the Birch ward and the Darcy ward within Colchester Hospital. Following these conversations, other NHS trusts also wanted to pilot the service, and they have now rolled out initial pilots in Broomfield, Basildon and Southend hospitals.
What we've seen that the ward-led enablement team have been supporting is actually a significant increase in the percentage of our patients up and dressed on a day-to-day basis. This has overlaid into keeping their functional strength up and also improving how many patients we're discharging back to their own homes.
We met a gentleman called Roy on Birch ward. Roy was a gentleman that had been in hospital for many, many weeks, and during his stay with us he was able to get up and start moving, enabling him to go home with the reablement service. Bringing his reablement journey up into the hospital sooner enabled his recovery to start quicker before he went home. Roy was our first gentleman that we took home from the ward enablement service during this 12-month programme, and he has been a massive success. He has progressed at home, he has been able to regain his independence, but he is actually now not reliant on the social care system at all.
All of a sudden I was a very fit 80-year-old. I cycled 30, 40, 50 miles 3 or 4 times a week. And then within 2 weeks my legs were funny, didn't feel right. I couldn't walk properly.
When we first met Roy, he was sitting on the side of his bed. He wasn't transferring other than bum shuffling into a wheelchair.
During the time I was there, I was slowly losing the ability to walk. After 3 or 4 weeks, I was having problems even walking with a frame.
When we first started the exercises, Roy couldn't even lift his leg.
She came in and she said, well, do you want to stand up? And I said, yeah, of course I do. So she brought my frame over and she said, let's stand you up.
So we got him up onto a frame, we got him pivot transferring into a chair to safely transfer into his wheelchair, and then Roy wanted to walk.
If it hadn't have been for the Essex girls, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know how it would have worked. I don't know who would have been there. So yeah, it was good stuff.
When the Essex Care girls came, that was a new start for Roy. Without the girls, Roy wouldn't be where he is today. They were absolutely fantastic from word go. So excellent and fantastic all round.
We really hope that other NHS trusts will be able to see the benefit of the ward-led enablement programme so that we can help more people like Roy.